What's up, y'all? As you can see back here behind me, I'm out here on the range on a nice sunny day. Temperature's just about perfect out here. Nice light breeze blowing, so you couldn't ask for a better day to be out here on the range. But I've got some new tools I'm testing out here today. Now, y'all should have already seen one of them, which was a little Taurus model 605 357 revolver. And as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, this is pretty much the cousin of that one. So as you can see, what we're looking at here is the Taurus model 327 Federal Magnum chamber 2-inch barreled revolver. Now, as y'all probably already know, and I've said before, I'm definitely a fan of Taurus revolvers, and I really do like these little 2-inch barrel small frame revolvers of theirs. And as you can see, I got a few of them out here. The one down here with the blue handle, that's our new 327. This right here is the 605 I just did a review on. I'll leave a link for that if you hadn't seen that. And this is my model 856, the 38 special. And like I said in the review video of this 605, they're all really super similar. This one is the biggest difference. It's got a smaller cylinder diameter because it's only a 5-shot. It's got a longer length on the cylinder by a few hundredths, and then this area on the frame is a little bit smaller by a few hundredths just to accommodate the longer cylinder. But overall, the dimensions are the same on all three of these. Now, another difference between the 327 and the 856 versus that 605 is the 327 and the 856 has a removable pinned-in front sight blade. And as you can see on my 856, I put a nice tritium high-vis sight blade on that one. So that's really nice on these. I'm not sure why they didn't do it on their 605 model. The 605 has a fixed front sight blade. I'm gonna paint that with some high-vis paint, but to me, it's really nice to be able to have that removable sight blade. Like I say, with that high-vis sight, and I've actually already got one for the 327. I just hadn't put it in yet, especially if you're gonna be using this for a carry defensive tool. I mean, that's nice to have that tritium. That's got tritium built in it, so you got a nice night sight and everything. Also, as y'all can see, I've already changed the grips like I talked about in the last video, to 605. I really do not like these grips that Taurus puts on these small frame revolvers. They're way too small for my hand. Just the width of them is too small. The length of them is too short. So first thing I do is just order me a set of G10 grips, and this one got a little bit different here. This has got some like some texture serrations on the back and on the front to give you a better grip. This is actually the same one that comes on their 3-inch Defender model, except it's blue, where the one on the Defender is like a gray and black, similar to this right here. Really nice, really nice single action trigger pull. The double action is heavy like a double action revolver, just like you'd expect. Now, one really nice feature and benefit to this 327 is you can see here I've got 5 different rounds, and this thing will chamber and fire all 5 of these rounds. So from the left here, you got the 327 Federal Magnum. The next one is the 32 H&R Magnum. The next one is the 32 Smith & Wesson Long. Then this one right here is actually a 32 ACP, 32 Auto, whichever we want to call it. And then the last one is the 32 Smith & Wesson, not the long, just a standard short, if you want to call it that. But interestingly enough, y'all see that 32 Auto. Now, some of y'all might be thinking, how in the world you going to get a semi-auto cartridge to run in a revolver without moon clips or something? Well, a lot of people aren't aware of this. Some of y'all probably are, but the 32 Auto is actually a semi-rimmed cartridge. It's not completely rimless like most auto loaders are. The rim does actually stick out enough to stick up, or to chamber in your cylinder, I should say, without falling down into it, and it overlaps enough for your extractor to push it on out also. So very interested on that, but I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to that one. But as you can see, these are those 5 rounds I've got laid out there. The 327 Federal Magnum is the hammer down Federal Premium. This is a 127 grain jacketed hollow point. Then the 32 H&R Magnum is an 85 grain jacketed hollow point. Then our Smith & Wesson Long 32, that's a 98 grain lead round nose. Our regular 32 Smith & Wesson is an 88 grain lead round nose. And then we've got our Aguila 32 ACP 71 grain full metal jacket. But I've done got rambling on again, y'all. Let me get everything set up and let's have some fun with this little revolver. All right, y'all, let's see what this little thing can do. We're gonna start out with the 327 Federal Magnum, those hammer downs, 127 grain jacketed hollow points. These are the strongest rounds that I've got out here today. The 327 Federal Magnum are the strongest of the 5. Now, I just did get finished testing that 605, so hopefully I can kind of have it fresh in my mind as far as the recoil and all, see how similar they are. But we're gonna start out with the single action. I got 6 rounds loaded up here. Let's see what she does, y'all. Very nice. And then I pulled it. right, so not too bad. I was right on that first one. One thing I will say, these grips with that texture, I don't know if I made the right choice on that texture. It's a little bit sharp on the palm of your hand there. Definitely, even though, like I say, that it's pretty much similar to that 357, but it's got some little sharp edges on that. Maybe I'll smooth that down, see if I can work that down some. But as far as the accuracy, so far, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me load us another cylinder up and let's try it some more. All right, y'all, we're moving this show on along. I moved this to the 32 H&R Magnum, the 85 grain jacketed hollow point. This is probably going to be a lot less power than that 327 Magnum, I suspect. The 32 H&R Magnum, I got 6 rounds of these. I'm going to do 3 single action and 3 double action on these. So let's see what we get, y'all. Oh yeah, huge difference. This is a huge difference, y'all. That was 3. I told you I was going to do double. We'll do double on the last 2. There's 4, 5, and 6. That was 6, wasn't it? Yeah, that was all 6. So this group's really nicely too. Y'all can see you got what, 4 out of 6, or maybe 5 out of 6 in that middle down there. All of them on target. I pulled one of them to the left, but we still managed to get on target. Huge difference in felt recoil and power. Those 327 Federal Magnums that I was just using, those hammer downs are some hot loads, I can tell you right now. All right, y'all, moving it on along again. We're moving to the 32 Smith & Wesson Long. This has got the 98 grain lead round nose in it. So I'm gonna check the accuracy on these two. I'm gonna do 3 single and 3 double, just like we did on those H&Rs. I hit 4. Let's do the last 2 double. I can tell you right now, you can definitely tell we moving on down in the power. This thing is a marshmallow compared to anything so far. All right, so good deal. That was 6 of them there. So all 6 right around the center on that too. So far I'm not really seeing any kind of detriment as far as accuracy in moving to these 32 loads over the Magnum loads. All right, moving it on down the line, y'all. We're going to the 32 Smith & Wesson. These are the 88 grain lead round nose. I'm kind of expecting a little bit of accuracy shift on these, maybe just because there's that much more length to go before it actually gets to the rifling on the barrel. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna do 3 single and 3 double. All right, that was 3 of them. Let me tell you something. This is like running 22 LR, y'all. I'm not even exaggerating. This is a little soft shooting thing right here. But that being said, accuracy so far looks just as good as the other one. So let's run these last 3 in double action. Uh-oh. Did I skip one? I'm not sure what I did. I know what I did. If y'all noticed when I was running them singles, I half cocked it. So this should be the last one. There we go. So honestly, not much kind of accuracy shift at all on that, but let me tell you something. You're talking about a huge power difference in these 32 Smith & Wessons. All right, y'all, now let's check out the one most of y'all are probably curious about, the 32 ACP. As you can see, they chamber fine, the rim holds them on the edge of the cylinder. Now, there's a couple of issues with 32 ACP in a revolver. 32 ACP, like I said, is a semi-rimmed cartridge, meaning it does have a rim sticking out past the edge of the case. However, it's not near as much as a normal rimmed cartridge, so it'll eject them also, and I'll show you here in a minute. But when I do this, I'm gonna purposely kind of jam it up to show y'all what happens. So if you hold it upside down and give it a nice eject, they're gonna fall out easy as can be. Now if you mess around and do this right here and you kind of fumble with it, you see what just happened there? I don't know how good y'all gonna be able to see in the camera, but the rim was just enough to where it actually let the extractor go past and they fell back in the cylinder. Well, now you got a case where when you dump them out, you got to kind of finagle with them to the side and get them past that extractor. So that's one downside of running 32 auto in a revolver like this. Now a couple other things I don't know to be an absolute fact because I haven't tried it and experienced it myself yet. I have heard that the accuracy, it can fall off using 32 auto. Another thing also is the rim on this 32 auto is 1/100th thinner than a normal rimmed cartridge. So I have heard people say that they get a puncture on their primers. Now that could be because of that extra play and the force of the ignition is pushing the primer back into the firing pin as the firing pin's coming forward. So you're getting a push and a pull and it's going deeper as far as punching the primer than it should. Again, I can't say for sure that's even an issue because I haven't experienced it myself, but we're about to find out. So let me load these back up. As y'all can see, they just load in just like normal and they do hang on the extractor just like they should. And again, as I said, if you just dump it out and give it a bump and bump them all out, they come out just like normal. But if you mess around and get light with it, you see what happens there. But let's see what we get, y'all. The 32 autos through the 327 Magnum revolver. You talking about something that is light right there. I mean, that feels like, honestly, that feels like a weak 22 LR round. That is some really light stuff right there. So let's go on and run the rest of them. I'm gonna run these all single. So I mean, it's really hard to say on accuracy when it's, you know, when I've got my variable into it, but these are definitely not as close to the center as any of the previous rounds were, and y'all could probably plainly see down there. I don't know if that was me or if that was actually these rounds, so I'm gonna load up 6 more of these actually and try that again. But as y'all can see, you're probably not gonna be able to see this. I'll put a picture in, I'll inset a picture and let y'all see that too. But a few of those primers do look like they were struck pretty hard, harder than those other ones, to be honest with you. But what I was saying as far as ejecting, if you turn it upside down, dump them out, they come right out like normal. On this cylinder, I'm gonna do 3 single and 3 double. So I'm gonna try to see if they're actually grouping down there and to the right, or if it's just me. All right, there's 3 single, let's try the doubles. All right, so it's hard to say. I mean, it's really hard to say. I feel like that group might be a little bigger than the other ones. It's definitely a little bigger than the other ones, but I'm not sure if it's me or if it's just these 32 autos. Now on that cylinder full there, all the primers look like they were struck exactly the same. All right, y'all, got a cylinder, the 32 H&R Magnums loaded back up. I'm gonna run a few more 327 Federal Magnums out here too, don't worry, but I'm just being a little stingy with those because I've only got 2 boxes of those and I wanna do some gel tests and some other tests. But anyway, let's sling these down there at the 25 and see if we can get a couple to stick. Ah. Daggone it, now I'm off. How's it, y'all? I think what I missed, 2 or 3 of them, got about half of them. I'll take that for right now. What I'm gonna do here is a couple bottles. I'm gonna do something similar to that I did on that last 605 video where I did a 38 special and a 357. But with this one, I'm gonna do a 32 H&R Magnum first, and then I'm gonna do the 327 Federal Magnum. So this should be a pretty big difference right here. Let's see what we get. The 32 H&R Magnum first. All right, not bad on that. All right, pretty good difference right there. All right, y'all, it's boom boom time again. Now, y'all know my track record with these things. It can get a little sketchy sometimes, so I'm hedging my bets again with 2 targets set up down there. I got the Federal 327 Magnum. I'm not sure where my point of impact exactly is with these because, you know, I've run so many rounds. So let's see what we can do with it, y'all. All right, that was a pretty good one there. All right, y'all, we ended it right there with the Taurus model 327 Federal Magnum revolver. It ran all 5 different types of rounds we put into it with no problem whatsoever, even the 32 auto. And speaking of that 32 auto, y'all saw it ran it fine, no problem at all. Did it have an accuracy deficit? It's really hard to say. It may have, honestly, compared to what kind of groups I was getting with the other rounds. Those did seem to open up a little bit and have a little bit different point of impact. I can definitely see the opportunity for a bunch of different testing using this little revolver against some of the other ones. I've got several things already in mind that I'm definitely going to test with it, but y'all leave me some comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this little 327 revolver and what kind of tests you might like to see me do with it. But as always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, reach down, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification icon so you can hopefully get notified when I do upload these new videos. Check out all my affiliate links down below in the video description like I always ask. The Amazon one, if you shop through there anyway, hit that link up first, and anything you buy on Amazon, anywhere on their site after hitting that link, I get a kickback from them towards the channel, so I definitely appreciate that. Check out those Axle Ear Pro links down below for some huge savings versus going straight through their site. I've used these GS Extreme earbuds every single day out here on the range since I've had them, and I cannot say enough good about these things. I really appreciate all my range gang members for reaching down and hitting that join button, and every single one of y'all who supports the channel by watching these videos, hitting that thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and again, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about this Taurus 327. Been a really fun day out here already, and I still got more to do, so make sure y'all stay tuned for a whole lot of good stuff. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.